I'm Gay Daly, and I'm going to read you a scene from my novel, Miss Havilland. The heroine, Evelyn Havilland, comes from a complicated family. Her mother needs to control her. Her father adores her and wants to give her free rein. When she is a little girl, he sees very quickly how much she loves numbers and how easy it is for her to work with them. Once he teaches her all the math he knows, he arranges for Elsie Koenig, a teacher at the high school, to take her farther by tutoring her. Elsie sees Evelyn's extraordinary potential, but Evelyn feels trapped and believes she always will be. It is the autumn of 1912, and she is a senior in high school. I'd long dreamed of going to Stanford, but Mama wouldn't hear of it. She was adamant. After high school, I would attend the normal school, and I would train to be a math teacher. My rescue came out of the blue. One day during class, I was staring out the window, paying no attention to what the teacher was writing on the board because I already understood it. Miss Koenig's voice broke through my daydreaming. I realized she had been asking me to go to the board and write a solution for a problem that had been part of our homework last night. I hustled up to the blackboard and grabbed a stick of chalk. After I finished, Miss Koenig said, "Miss Havilland, what you have written is correct, but I am afraid not thorough. Not for the first time. Your mind has rushed ahead of your fingers and left out a number of steps. Please look at what you have scribbled on the board and add the missing steps." When I saw the gaps in my logic, I tried to fix them by writing between the lines, adding tiny numbers where there wasn't really enough room for them. The finished product was a mess, but it was complete. Thoroughly embarrassed, I turned to look at Miss Koenig. "Thank you for obliging me, Miss Havilland. Please see me after class." Chagrined, I walked back to my desk. Self-conscious because I was taller than all but two of the boys in the class, I had a tendency to slouch. Worse, I could feel my braids flapping against the back of my dress. Would Mama ever let me put my hair up? 17 and still in braids. Mortifying. Vanity gave way to a more pressing matter. What kind of dressing down lay in wait for me after class? As soon as the other students filed out of the room, the girls gossiping in low tones, the boys elbowing each other, Miss Koenig said, "Evelyn, I apologize for my harshness, but I had a reason. Your mind operates at lightning speed. You often see the proof whole and don't bother to record all the steps by which you reach a conclusion. That speed is a great gift, but it could become your Achilles heel. When you need to prove to your colleagues how you arrived at a conclusion, demonstrating every step of your thinking will be essential. I'm determined you will have that chance." I had no idea where she was going with this. "Unfortunately," she said, "you are, like myself, female. Nonetheless, you must go to the university." It was painful to hear my fondest wish spoken aloud when there was no chance of its coming true. "Your gifts must not be wasted scrubbing shirts on a washboard and heating irons on the stove. You are that rare thing, a mathematician. Given the chance, you will do original work." I didn't know what to say. "Don't equivocate with me, young lady. You know you are in a class by yourself." I had figured out my mastery of mathematics had outstripped Miss Koenig's, but I hadn't wanted her to know that I knew that. On the other hand, although it was painful to leave her behind, it was exciting to venture ahead by myself. She was no fool. She'd seen me travel beyond where I could go. I should have given her more credit. "I appreciate your faith in me," I said. "You know I would do anything to go to the university, but my mother is absolutely opposed. Since we couldn't afford it, even if she agreed, it wouldn't make any difference." "No, you cannot let her waste your talent. I won't let that happen. I've already spoken to Edmund Howard. We've known each other forever. We grew up on the same street. That cannery of his is a gold mine. He's agreed to cover everything: tuition, room, and board. All you'll need to do is earn your pocket money, which you can do easily by tutoring. Mr. Howard, he hardly knows me, but he knows me. His wife was my closest friend. My friendship with Eleanor started in high school when we discovered that, unlike other girls, we were interested in more than bows and dress patterns. She was a very intelligent woman who adored her husband. They wanted children badly, but it never happened. She spent too much of her short life embroidering, with little but a basket of brightly covered wools for company. After school, I'd stop by and visit her on my way home. Sitting out in the garden, we reveled in the chance to talk about subjects regarded as unsuitable for ladies: politics, suffrage, the theories of Marx and Darwin, the tragedy of Oscar Wilde. When she was 37, Eleanor died. Without warning, it was probably a stroke. She'd have wanted you to go to college. She'd have hated the waste of a first-class brain as much as I would. When I asked Edmund if he would be willing to help you, he said, "Excellent idea. Do something useful with my money for a change. Besides, think how happy it would have made Ellie. All you need is permission from your parents. Your father will say yes, but my mother will not. Tell her why you want to go. If you can't convince her, I will. I will not let you go to the normal. I did, and I can tell you, it is not enough."